If Steve wasn't here, I would have just thrown that shit in there.
Two dudes building choppers. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What's up, guys? Tonight, Steve and I are finally going to give an attempt to put these motors together.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. We're back. Doing something productive. So, before we can put the motors together, we're going to take Old Biker's advice and we're going to go ahead and swap these chains out.
That's Night Flyer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, Night Flyer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 showed us how to do it. So if you were doing the same thing, check out his YouTube channel. But we're going to do what he did and see if it works. So, let's get started.
Okay, so the plan is what Night Flyer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has told us to do, or instructed on his video, was you get your new chain. Now this chain that I got came all in one piece, so I had to grind off a link to open it up. Then you take a piece of wire, just got a coat hanger here, and link the two chains together. Then we're going to attempt to pull the old chain through, dragging the new chain along.
Okay.
And we'll have our new chain installed.
All right, Steve. Show us how it's done.
Next.
So Steve is using copper from electrical wire to connect these two chains together because the curtain, what the heck are you using? A hanger. Hanger seemed to be a little too thick. What'd that guy use in the video?
It looked like he used some kind of malleable type of wire.
Well, like I said, if not, I got 14-2 wire.
Like his was aluminum or something.
All right. Maybe Weldon wire?
Could have been.
Yeah.
I think this will work though.
All right. If not, like I said, I'll go get it. It's just in the other garage.
The other shed.
Yeah. It's actually right. It literally is a shed.
Come on, you got to keep with our theme. This is Shed Billy Customs.
I know. My bad.
Garage. Who works in a garage?
Yeah.
Take it to the shed, boys. Flyer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His video. What he shows is he was doing it by himself. He didn't have an extra pair of hands on hand to help him. So
you don't either. I'm doing the camera.
What he did was he put rubber bands at the top of these motor bolts, and then used a zip tie to zip tie around these rubber bands. What that does is keeps these what are these called?
The rods.
Piston rods from going down into the engine.
Let's get a close up of this plan here. Okay. And you just pulled on it, right?
Pull on what?
You're just pulling the chain. That's all you got to
Yeah,
do?
you just pull the chain through.
All right.
Just move these down a little bit.
All right. Holy crap, dude.
There you go.
That worked.
One new cam chain installed.
All right, money. That was easier than I thought it was going to be.
That was about as easy as it looked on Night Flyer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5's video as well.
Oh, sweet.
So, Night Flyer, thanks for the tip. That was awesome.
Alright, so right now Steve and I are trying to figure out the best way to install these rings, and watching a couple different videos. You've got guys using popsicle sticks, screwdrivers, ring compression tool. So we know the one thing that's really important is that gap on each ring, that they can't be lined up. So from what we watch in these videos, a lot of guys are putting one ring on. Mr. Miyagi was like, then I put the next one on and that opening is 30 degrees, and the next one 30 degrees, and making sure that the top ones are, make sure you have one supposed to be on the top, one's supposed to be on the bottom, and if they got numbers on them, those numbers should be on the top. All these different things we're like trying to go through and make sure we're doing the right thing. So right now Steve is making sure that opening right now is 30 degrees from each one. And we just feel like that's probably the best in watching everybody's ideas and everybody what they recommend. And these are obviously people that know a lot more than us, so we're going to go with that. But the next thing we got to figure out is how to properly put them in the cylinder walls. Miyagi, he put the first one in at an angle, and then he just used a screwdriver and he slowly pushed each ring in at a time, and he used WD-40. He said some guys, like we have this oil, the Ultra Slick from Permatex, engine the Subli lube. Some people recommend the WD-40. They said it breaks it down easier. So I'm not sure. I prefer, just the way they work and the heat. I would prefer, to be honest with you, this over the WD-40. But we're gonna take a look at that only because I think the more lubrication, the better. Another guy, he didn't even put them in an angle. He just put them in and then was using a popsicle stick. Yeah, and then Steve also has the tool.
Night flyer.
Yeah, so we're gonna try each method, and since we're not professionals, see which one works best for us. But right now, I think the most important thing we are gonna do is just make sure that spacing between each ring. And if I can see yours, Steve, in case you guys are like us, that these can never, this opening right here can never line up. So we're gonna start off with the bottom one. Where's that opening? Which is right there. Then he's going to do his next one, right?
Yeah.
At 30 degrees over.
Yeah.
And then the next one at 30 degrees over.
The most important thing is that they're all set.
Yeah.
Now, Yamaha does have specs on where they should set.
Right.
And you can go to some of these videos and search them out. And then Night Flyer pulls up a diagram and has the spec spacing.
And Miyagi, he didn't even do that. He just put them in.
He just made sure they were offset 30 degrees or something. Yeah,
so we're not saying follow us. We're just saying that these are the different options, and we're weighing our options as we're doing this. The other thing, Steve, was a lot of guys also. Some guys are just throwing them in there, and some guys, like Two Wheel Workshop, are gapping them and making sure all the distances are the same. So Steve is trying to figure out, should we be doing that or should we not? And I feel like on a stock build, since we just hone these, that I don't know if that's as important than if you were boring something over, because we haven't changed the thickness of our cylinder walls. We're putting stock pistons and stock rings back in, so I'm under the understanding that this should be right. So certainly hope so. But we're learning as we go, so bear with us. If Steve wasn't here, I would have just thrown that shit in there.
And his engine would have bled.
Alright. So we decided to go with the thicker lube. I just think it's better. How did you determine which one was left and right?
I mean, I have this case upside down, but it's just
Okay.
flick around like this. This is the back side of the motor. That's the front side.
Alright, so yeah, you were right.
Left,
Okay.
Left cylinder. Wow, this stuff is crazy.
Go Ravens!
It's like crazy. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you videotaping?
Ah, they don't care. All these guys like sports.
Touchdown!
And I'm feeling a little gritty, crumbly stuff in there.
You are?
Yeah.
You don't, or you do?
I do.
Think it's from when we honed them, or it's dirt?
Nice.
It might be dirt. I've been cutting things in here and everything else. Take that shop rag and wipe it clean. Behind you. The blue remember we picked them up? It's gotta be dust. You know, I've cut metal in here and everything else. So probably should have cleaned them out first.
There you go.
All right, so that was way easier than using a popsicle stick
Yeah.
or a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, so, and how much did that cost, Steve? And they probably rent it too at AutoZone.
I think this was like 15 bucks,
All right, totally worth it.
12 bucks or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one end. Now we got to get the rings on this one,
Which we're gonna stick with the Yamaha diagram.
which you can keep it rolling and do the fast motion thing.
There you go. That's what I'll do. Speed time. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So it's easy, y'all.
I'm trying to get the windshield wiper off of the one. It's stuck in there.
Yeah.
It's broke.
It's okay.
Work it, work it. Yes, Steve, yes.
You're not gonna be able to hear anything on this one, except for your fart joke, maybe.
Oh no.
I got it.
Drop it down. Drop it down here. A little more. More.
Yeah, that will do. Okay. Alright, pins. I tied a string around the chain and tied that string to the rod so the chain doesn't fall through. But one thing we watched on everybody's videos is you need to block off the holes, because we've seen people drop, even Brody dropped this pin in, remember, and he got lucky? You do not want to drop the pin in there because you have to take your motor apart. So, Steve.
Now I need, I think needle nose pliers.
Needle nose pliers.
They're in my car. It should be.
Okay.
Okay. Safety. We want to document everything so you guys can see how much fun this ring really be. If you notice, Steve and I are taking back apart everything. It's not Steve's fault. The string we used was like a yard string to hold the chain, and you're not going to believe this. It broke and the chain fell inside. Out of a miracle, Steve patiently over the last hour carefully got the chain back out on both sides. So it actually, we're good. But man, make sure your chain is secured, because that could have been really bad. But we're going to take it apart because we got to put the pistons back in the cylinder walls.
Coat hanger now.
Yeah, so this time we're not fucking around with this. So back for a second time. Steve thinks it was about an hour and a half to get back to where we were.
That's probably cutting a little short, maybe 2 hours.
So now our motor build's going to be a 2 episode. But like I told him, the positive thing is we were able to get that chain out, and a lot of people don't, so we got real lucky. Don't you drop the chain, Steve?
I think.
I'd be wrong to blame it all on you. Couldn't have known I wanted more than you could give. Though I never asked for anything.
Need to line it up.
I was hoping I would get a little bit closer than I did. I turned into a shoulder you cried on. I never wanted it to go that way. I'm so foolish, wasting my time on you, thinking we'd end up together one day. Lady, you can carry on weeping, but your tears gonna hit the floor. Shoulder won't be there for you no more.
There you go.
Won't be there for you no more.
Remember Mr. Miyagi? You want to take your time and be easy on it. Alright. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's in there.
Man, I think you did a good job, because look how that came up. Yeah. No space in there like they're supposed to be. That's perfect. That pushed all that up?
Yeah. Now what, are we done for tonight?
I think we're done. That's like 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we're thinking Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're thinking we're gonna do actually a video in
Part
the middle.
2.
Yeah, in the middle of the week instead of having to wait a whole weekend. Because we've come too far and we're learning a lot too.
Yeah. What did we learn tonight?
Yeah.
Use a coat hanger.
Yeah,
or
for your
something more
chain.
secure than a piece of string.
Yeah, string was a bad idea. The string actually broke. He was holding it up and it broke and it just fell down. But we got it. We definitely got it. See you Wednesday.